Steel strings wail, thunder roars, battered heart, open source, weight of lies, pulling tight.
Yo! All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is August 12th. This does not look good. And the year's 2025. What is today? It's a Monday? Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. Put this one on. We'll just go black on blue. And I don't like it either. Oh well. Anyway, I got major thunderstorms coming in. Hail, wind, rain, thunder. You'll hear the thunder. It's been moving in slowly, and it's being more widespread now. And yeah, so hopefully if the power goes out, it comes right back on. And you guys just be patient. Usually I'm back within 2 to 5 minutes. I just don't like this. All right, that's a little better, I guess. I don't like it anymore. Sure. All right. Anyway, my eyes is going crazy. They're going to open up soon. We're going to get into some stuff. I want to talk about... Hello? You know, I don't like this microphone. I don't know what happened. Something changed it the other day. Something was wrong. And that's wrong. Should be better, right? Does that sound better now?
The physical universe at its deepest level is on this slide in front of you, and it hasn't moved. Now, recently, many of you have seen that Mark Andreessen had a meeting at the White House, and at that meeting, something fantastic was revealed. The Biden White House told him that they had stagnated deliberately fields of theoretical physics. Read that quote. It should send chills down your spine. This graph shows the youngest living Nobel laureate in theory, in theoretical physics theory. That number is always below the age of 50, until this magical point where string theory enters the game as a theory of quantum gravity. And our youngest living Nobel laureate is now over the age of 70 because the field is not producing new results. This is also terrible, but it turns wonderful because if we can find the problem, we can make progress and reach the stars. Change AI to physics, technology to science, and startups to alternative theories in reading the following quote, and you will see what they did. They took a couple of theories, they cocooned them, string theory being preeminent among them, and they said all competitor theories will die, and in the field of physics, it's called the only game in town. You try to do something else, your career comes to an abrupt end. Now, how do you fool the world's smartest people into a soft sunset? A soft sunset is one where you decommission something, but you don't tell the people being decommissioned that their careers are coming to an end. You get them to repeat something over and over again, that quantum gravity is the holy grail. Quantum gravity is the holy grail. All the questions center on what is the theory of quantum gravity. Quantum gravity is the holy grail of theoretical physics. You perseverate. And if you say something enough times, it becomes as if true. But if it was the Holy Grail, why is there no mention of it in the corpus of English language?
Yay? Yay! We did it! Yay! Yay! We did it! I knew I could fix it. All right. Welcome to Groove On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is August 12th, 2025. Tonight, we got a great show. We're going to talk about a lot of things we always talk about, but this time we're going to talk about it with anger. Arrgh. See, I'm so angry. Well, we only know what they told us. Well, who were they? We don't know who they are, but who's running the narrative? Nobody knows who's running they, them narratives. Who? Where? How? Huh? All this and more tonight on Fufan. Welcome back. There's a heat warning in effect for Arizona, 114 degrees. It's okay, they're melting right into the pavement. All of a sudden, we had this one huge lightning thunder strike. Restarted the computer because of that, and nothing since. I haven't heard a thunder yet. Oh, I hear something in the dist. So let's get started. I was playing you the Eric Feinstein thing, that little video that he was talking about here. It's pretty interesting. So let's get back to that. I know. Hi, everybody in the chat room. Welcome to Goof On. Thanks for being patient. That's the roll call for tonight. Boppity boop. Here we go. There's a thunder. Thunder. Oh, thunder. And I knew there was no turning back.
73.
Thunder.
Imagine that physics stopped when Crocodile Rock was top of the charts. Everything we know about the physical universe at its deepest level is on this slide in front of you, and it hasn't moved.
I thought that was Bruce Zabel.
Now, recently, many of you have seen that Mark Andreessen had a meeting at the White House, and at that meeting, something fantastic was revealed.
Here we
The
go.
Biden White House told him that they had stagnated deliberately fields of theoretical physics. Read that quote. It should send chills down your spine.
What's up, Vern, dude?
This graph shows the youngest living Nobel laureate in theory, in theoretical physics theory. That number is always below the age of 50, until this magical point where string theory enters the game as a theory of quantum gravity. And our youngest living Nobel laureate is now over the age of 70 because the field is not producing new results. This is also terrible, but it turns wonderful, because if we can find the problem, we can make progress and reach the stars. Change AI to physics, technology to science, and startups to alternative theories in reading the following quote, and you will see what they did. They took a couple of theories, they cocooned them, string theory being preeminent among them, and they said all competitor theories will die, and in the field of physics, it's called the only game in town. You try to do something else, your career comes to an abrupt end.
Dude, that's such horseshit, the way these scientists work with each other. They really control the narrative on discoveries, inventions, and, and to me, it seems like there's a lot of stuff that's just being held out of the public eye. No, the public eye, not guy, not the public guy.
Now, how do you fool the world's smartest people into a soft sunset? A soft sunset is one where you decommission something, but you don't tell the people being decommissioned that their careers are coming to an end. You get them to repeat something over and over again, that quantum gravity is the holy grail. Quantum gravity is the holy grail. All the questions center on what is the theory of quantum gravity. Quantum gravity is the holy grail of theoretical physics. You perseverate. And if you say something enough times, it becomes as if true. But if it was the Holy Grail, why is there no mention of it in the corpus of English language books before 1972, right before physics stagnated? It is because there is no theory of quantum gravity in the way that they're looking for it.
All right, I'm really confused. Couldn't it just be as simple as they didn't think of it?
Gravity is safe. You can invite your
Right? Tell me I'm wrong. It doesn't make sense. Listen to this.
if true. But if it was the Holy Grail, why is there no mention of it in the corpus of English language books before 1972, right before physics stagnated?
I guess because nobody thought of it. Things didn't progress. Am I the only crazy one here that's thinking like, I feel like I'm saying the right thing here, but he's telling me I feel like I'm wrong.
It is because there is no
David
theory of
Wilcox, how
quantum
you
gravity
doing,
in the
man?
way that they're looking for it.
Christopher,
Quantum
the
gravity is safe. You can
contrary,
invite your
111.
Iranian and your North Korean and your
Mr.
Russian
Sunshine.
and your Chinese students to do
Jeanette.
quantum gravity, and nobody's
Brian
going to get
Yates.
hurt.
Latrell Genoil.
Now, here are my final thoughts.
Chicken coop.
In November of 52,
Elizabeth.
there's an error in this. We learned that Earth is our
Glenn
womb, not our
Collins.
home. We cannot stay here
Damo.
because we have to go. We cannot all share one atmosphere safely. The tools are too powerful. If an indefinite human future can be restored, and I believe that it can, there is one way out, and that's physics. And Mike Lazaridis, if you're out there somewhere, thank you for building the Perimeter Institute of Theoretical Physics to do this. I'm sorry it got taken over by quantum gravity. We have to go beyond Einstein because we are simply not capable of getting to the stars if we have a speed limit set at c. Western science must lead the way. Vivek Ramaswamy is convinced that somehow China and India are pulling ahead of the West. This is not true. The greatest threat comes from France, the world's greatest mathematicians. If we are prepared to take on India and China, are we prepared to take on Paris and Marseille? I put this to you. I believe that the end of physics is almost in sight. It may bring us wonders. It may bring us the ability to traverse the cosmos. This could be the greatest time. We have a brief period of vitality before the wars will surely start if we choose to revitalize. We must use it well, and our greatest challenges are ahead, but I think we're going to make it, and I think that the future will be amongst the stars and be glorious indeed. Thank you.
I don't think we'll be interstellar beings because of what we've heard about ourselves from the aliens who abduct us and tell everybody stories. Apparently, we're the only species in the universe that has nuclear bombs to kill each other. Did you hear that? Nobody's doing it. Just get rid of us then. Just wipe us out. You've tried 5 other times, right? There's going to be an extinction level event happening. I could almost bet my life on it. I'm sorry. I'm not a fear-mongering guy. I don't even want to believe it. But I think the inevitable is going to happen and nobody's going to mention it. And what does that mean? Well, it would be very hard for us to hide the fact that an asteroid is heading towards Earth disguised as a UFO. I think we should all think about this really quick. Do you think it's a ship? Or honestly, it's just a big 12-mile rock that's got some qualities to it that we don't understand as of yet, but I'm sure it'll be a mundane feature of this comet, rock, whatever. But if it is heading towards us, and it is a spaceship, we'll find out soon enough. The other astronomers will hook onto it, and they'll be able to tell us it's a rock. It's like a muamua. That's it. Hey, David Wilcox renewed his membership. I think you've been a member for like 40 months. Yep, 40 months. There it is. Dude. Way to support the team. Way to support it. You support the teams you paint your face. Be a pace. I almost said a pace fainter. Be a face painter. But, David, I don't want you to be a face painter. Well, all right, I won't do it. But you like it. Well, doesn't mean I have to do it. I mean, it's not like I gotta. I'm paraphrasing Seinfeld. Aw, that is so sweet. Elaine. Okay, cool. I'll come back later. We'll make out. Bow, bow, bow. He comes back later. David, I'm so glad you're not painting your face. As he's buttoning up his shirt. Yeah, it didn't, like I said, it wasn't really for me. He sits down on the couch. She starts unbuttoning his shirt, and he's got the letter D on his chest. David, I thought you said you weren't. Well, I said I wasn't going to paint my face. Obviously, this isn't my face. I'm the letter D in Devils. I am hearing something like a dog underneath me. Like, you know, like a dog would have a collar on, and then like they always, like they're trying to get your attention, and you hear the jingle jangle. That's what I'm hearing. David Wilcox, thank you very much for being you. Supporting the team. All right, let's move away from Eric Feinstein. So I have this here. It says Lou Elizondo shithead. Huh? Lou Elizondo says, we now know there were non-prosaic explanations for the drone sightings. And then the reporter says, what do you make of the Dr. Eric Davis's claim about the 4 types of aliens he knows of? And then Lou says, yeah, I'm a nuts and bolts guy. Oh, that's not Lou. That's a man. I'm a nuts and bolts guy. I cannot comment on biologics, unfortunately. Thanks, Lou. All right, let's put this up here. I want to take a listen. Oh my God, that storm is just raging. I have so many things up here. Why? What is... Hold on, guys. Oh, because I did the show earlier today. I forgot to get rid of all these videos. I have them up. Damn it. I got to add them. I forgot to add them to the show. No. 5, 4, 3. Who's that? The Vern dude. That's a real bombshell? What's that? That's a real bombshell? Thank you very much. Thank you. Burn Dude throwing down a $2 super chat. That's a real bombshell. Oh no. Remember in Breaking Bad when he was going through his cancer? And every time he'd cover... Thanks, Vern, dude. Appreciate being a continuing supporter of Goof-On. I had to make sure we were on Goof-On before I said that. Here we go. A little bit of Lou and not enough you.
What does Tulsi Gabbard know that we all don't know?
Well, I think it's important to note that Tulsi Gabbard is a very seasoned official. She cut her teeth as a combat veteran and also formerly a field grade officer. So she's not new to the world of intelligence. And I think what she's doing is exactly her due diligence. Before she makes a public statement, she wants to make sure she speaks to all of the 16 intelligence agencies, try to remove all the stovepipes as she can, and really get to the truth of the matter. The bottom line is, look, whenever you admit to the American public that we don't have complete aerodomain awareness of our skies. We don't know what's in our skies all the time. You're also tipping your hand to your adversaries that we have vulnerability. So it's really a catch-22. Tulsi is in a really difficult spot because on one hand, she does.
You know what? You know what this is? Did you hear what Lou just said? And I'm going to rewind it and explain it because it's man speak. Listen.
We don't know what's in our skies all the time. You're also tipping your hand to your adversaries that.
Oh, we're tipping our hand to our adversaries that UFOs are zipping around and we can't find them, catch them? Neither can they. Surprise.
We have vulnerability. So it's really a catch-22.
Everybody's vulnerable. Oh my God. Look at it. Do you see what he does? He tells you stuff you don't need to worry about. We already know all this. Look, ever since UFOs have been in the American eye since the 70s, really, 60s, 70s, right? That's when Close Encounters came out and really put it on the map. Aliens right after. So a lot of, I know that's different, but it's still an alien. But nonetheless, since the 70s, there was Buck Rogers. I get it. I get it. Buck Rogers. And then they had the Twilight Zone. They had their weird way of thinking. Fine, I get that. But I'm talking about, when people really started, after Betty and Barney Hill, really. Right? It's pretty much it. But Lou is telling us nothing. Everybody knows since that 60 years, at least 60 years, people worldwide know that UFOs fly around the USA, China, Russia, the whole world with impunity, and nobody can catch them. They'll fall out of the sky every now and then. For some reason, these things just fall, and they become and back-engineered craft, I guess. So stupid. It's us. We're the ones falling out of the sky, you yinglings. Except you can't go to 1850 and say it was us. They just didn't have disc-shaped objects in the sky at that time. There may have been kites. There may have been plates. There may have even been some sort of rubber band contraption that slingshot something circular or disc-shaped into the sky. But by all means, and by the means of the gods, they had no car, no factory to build the UFOs. They had no technology. They even have computers. So, with all that technology missing, how were there UFOs that looked just like the ones we have today in the sky back then? Huh? Explain it. Explain it. Oh, we got time travelers. No, don't. I mean, you can say it, but no proof, right? This is what people say. This is why I'm talking about it. They tell us what's hot at the time and what was hot in the 70s. Anybody? Anybody? Airplane pilot sightings were all the rage. And then in the 80s, crop circles, early 90s into the late 90s, abductions and crop circles were dying. And then what came in 2000s? Anybody? Video cameras came out, the home camera, and what did we start doing? Capturing evidence. We've only been doing it for 35, 40 years. Not a long time, and only in the last 10, 15, maybe a stretch of 20, now it's 15 years. High def came out, I believe, right? High def is it's all the rage. And then you got what? Now what? Now where are we? Come on. Consciousness and the voodoo economics. I can't do Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But it's true. We have a lot of changes over the decades, right? It's always something new and interesting. And, we had 2016. Come on. TTSA. We found out about the Nimnuts, right? We found out about the Tic Tac Paddywhack that never existed anywhere but in the minds of the people who told us the stories. There are no Tic Tacs. And if there are, well, now we know it's not even Lockheed Martin. So we're back to square root of none. We don't know. Where do they come from? Who are these UFOs? And then you hear Boo-hoo Lou say absolutely nothing, which is par for the course. Because why? Because even a guy who's supposed to be in the know doesn't know. Nobody knows because we only know what they tell us. Amen.
Tulsi is in a really difficult spot because on one hand, she does have these outstanding questions like the New Jersey drone issue. We now know there was not prosaic explanations for what occurred with every one of those quote unquote drone sightings. But at the same time, look, you've got 16 intelligence agencies that somehow it's like herding cats. You have to try to get all of them to report information to you. Yeah. And it's one heck of a bureaucracy. It really is.
You mentioned something about the danger of drones, and I hate to say this, another 9/11 style attack. I mean, can you explain to us how we prevent something like this? It's much different warfare than we've ever seen before.
Look, I'm really glad you're saying that. I think the American people would be shocked to learn that in modern warfare now, and you take the Ukraine, there have been more deaths attributed in combat to drones than artillery and infantry combined. Now think about that, right? So we are entering a completely new paradigm on how warfare is conducted. And it's really not much of a stretch to imagine some sort of foreign adversary.
Wait a minute. I've got to check out the stats. Ready? Okay, you ready? Since drones, it is believed drone strikes have killed between 10 and 22,000 civilians since 2001. Reports from the Bureau of Investigation Journalism indicate that Afghanistan, Pakistan, Somalia, and Yemen alone, drone strikes have resulted in between 10,000 and 17,000 fatalities, with 800 to 1,750 of those being civilians. So Lou said drone strikes have killed more people than all the wars in history combined. 30,000. He's such a dick. Why does he even, is that what he said? Let's make sure.
9/11 style attack. I mean, can you explain to us how we prevent something like this? It's much different
glad you said that,
warfare
Al.
than we've ever seen before.
Look, I'm really glad you're saying that. I think the American people would be shocked to learn that in modern warfare now, and you take the Ukraine, there have been more deaths attributed in combat to drones than artillery and infantry combined. Now,
There have been more deaths attributed to drones than artillery. Now, he's wrong. There's only been a total of like 33,000 deaths on the high end of drone deaths since 2001, including the wars that are now happening. I just checked. It amazes me the amount of bullshittery and how easy it was to fact check that lie.
Think about that, right? So we are entering a completely new paradigm on how warfare is conducted.
No, no,
It's really
no.
not
You are. The rest of us live in reality, Mr. Fantasyland.
much of a stretch to imagine some sort of foreign adversary or someone who wants to do harm to the United States or our national security, rather than using 737s, instead using much cheaper, much more affordable, and much easier to hide drones. They are already being used by drug cartels on our borders for surveillance and for smuggling drugs, and they're also being used right now in combat to kill other human beings. So I think that's a great question, and I think this is why our nation really needs a comprehensive strategy, and frankly, maybe even a national intelligence estimate done every year by the DNI, by Tulsi's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yep.
100%. It's definitely a reality that we have to be talking about. Before I let you go, I got to ask you, you got former Pentagon scientist Eric Davis said there are 4 types of alien species. There are greys, Nordics, insectoids, and reptilians. I never thought I'd be saying that this morning. Should we be taking anything of this as credible?
I was a nuts and bolts guy. Unfortunately, I can't comment on biologics, but I was more of a nuts and bolts guy.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. The conversation for another day. Lou Elizondo, thanks so much. Good seeing you. So, Lou, good to see you.
In other words, I don't believe what Eric Davis or whatever who said that is saying. That's what he's saying. When people can't answer, they don't want to hurt. They don't want to make enemies scared for telling the truth. I'm tired, man. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. Somebody sent me something here. UFO. The hell? Oh. Okay. Very, very funny. All right. Black Cube. So the FAA just confirmed a black cube object at 16,000 feet during the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base drone swarms. A detail that the Air Force left out. Do you hear about this? Yeah. The FOIA docs come from the Black Vault, but yeah, I can't believe it. You can read it for yourself there. It's amazing. I don't understand. A black cube. You understand? All right. I'm not going to look. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Are we done? Do we have more? We do? Hold on. What are they? Is this what I needed to show you? I don't think so. Oh, I wanted to play this. Hold on. Hold on, I'm putting it up. Oh, never mind. I was duped. I was duped. Well, tonight has been a cluster Fuji the whole night. The whole night. Hold on. I'm supposed to play something from this video here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, I did. I don't know if I want to play it though. Do I? Here. Is it right here? 27:30. Is this where I do it? Or is it 30:20? No. No. Right there. Is that it? The dog? All right, I can't find anything else to talk about. I'm going to go. I'm just not feeling that great. But thanks for hanging out, you guys, and spending a few minutes. There's just not much we can do with what they tell us. There's only what they tell us. We don't know who's making the narratives. All we know is that the people come out and they tell us stuff. And where does it come from? The narratives come from the same people. Elizondo, Gary P. Nolan, the P is not for professor, right? Nolan, Taylor, right? Travis Taylor. You could even argue Rose Cuckold, right? These are the ones throwing out the narrative. Jeremy and George Knapp. Well, they're not both last names Knapp, but Corbell and Knapp, right? These are where the stories come from. Grush. There's 10 people. That's it. 10 people that basically represent themselves or the stories of others who are afraid to come forward. And I'm telling you, don't come forward if you're a whistleblower. If you have evidence, put that shit away, bury it somewhere. You don't need the heat, and we don't need to know the truth. No, I'm telling you, we don't need to know. We're not ready for it. Everybody's still human. We can't have people being human. Can't. See, this is the problem the aliens are going to have. They're looking for perfect people, and there's no such thing. We have Jesus to thank for our imperfections. He's the one who said, hey, you're going to sin? All right, don't worry about it. I'll cover it. How long? Your life. My life. Yeah. All right. Don't you think it's silly? If you sin or you murder, you don't go to heaven. Don't you think they just tell us that to control us, to make sure we don't go berserkoid right out of the womb? Right? Right? You don't want that. Right out of the womb. Knife-wielding infant. 7.6 ounces of pure horror. It was a painful birth. Knife came out first. Head last. What? Sad. That baby's sad. Say word. What's this? If you want to change your name back to your channel, click customize channel. Oh, that's not for me. Nobody cares. I don't know why anybody cares about anything anyway. And you know what? I care because I've got 20 years invested now. I want to know how this is going to play out. And I think I know. And the sad news is the way it'll play out is the way it's going to play out for everything, because we're going to have end of days next year or 2027. Of course, it'll be in the Trump era. You're going to blame it on him. They're going to blame it on me. Sad. I didn't bring the aliens. He'll say that. I didn't bring the aliens here. They came on their own. Big aliens. Very big heads. Large heads. Enormous heads. Huge heads. I gave up on doing Trump's voice. I just can't do it. I don't want to practice. Very large heads, large eyes, large feet, very skinny necks. Like Melania, my wife. Maybe she's an alien, I don't know. Haven't seen her naked for 20 years. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with a better show, I promise. I didn't sleep last night, and then I tried sleeping during the day, and then my neighbor woke me up with this music. Like, it's 20 feet away from me. Yeah, it's the daytime. So what am I going to say? Oh, turn that music down, young man, because he's 2 years younger than me. I don't give a shit, because I want to play my music loud one day. And that day is tonight. So yeah, we'll be back mañana. No other shows today. All the shows are gone and done. But we'll be back mañana. Thank you, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and veterans, keeping this an active show. We did have problems in the beginning. All the storms have passed. The lights didn't go out. All right. And if you guys ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. No, I'm Truthology for ufology. Do it for you. All right. All right. And we'll see you. Thank you very much again. It'll be better tomorrow. I got a feeling. I'm just not me tonight. I just don't feel it. It just started playing. Whoa, but it's Rich Saves. All right, we'll do Rich Saves America for the end. All right, we'll see you guys on the flip. Alien bless. Go.
Cracked screens glowing, static buzz, voices screaming, it never was. Truth so cheap in the neon haze, lies for breakfast, rage all day. Turn it louder, drown the lies, feel the fire burn the skies. Tune in, lock up, Rich is live. Tune in, lock up, feel the drive. Rich saves America, it's time to thrive. Tune in, lock up, Rich is live. Steel towers shake,